Okay, let's do this. Tonight is the last day of your deadline. Your essay is due tomorrow at 7 a.m., and you haven't started yet. You already know that you're going to stay awake all night, but you're still on TikTok, wasting your time and knowing that you're wasting your time. You hate it, but you can't help it. You need that impulsion and the motivation to keep going until you're done. You're feeling stuck. You feel like you're always procrastinating, avoiding challenges, and losing motivation. You want to change your life for the best, but you don't know where to start. As you stare down your approaching deadline, trapped in this cycle of procrastination, the concept of breaking free becomes crucial. Imagine a force that drives you forward, turning challenges into opportunities. Momentum is the force that keeps you moving forward when you're in action. It's the feeling of being unstoppable, having a clear direction and strong motivation. It's what makes you feel alive and excited about the future. Momentum is not a random occurrence or a lucky break. It's a consequence of deliberate actions, habits, and choices that you make every day. It's a mindset that you develop and maintain, helping you overcome challenges, seize opportunities, and achieve your dreams. It's a skill that you can learn and improve, making you more productive, creative, and fulfilled. You may have experienced momentum in different situations. Maybe you're a sports player who gets in the zone and performs at his best. Perhaps you're a dedicated gamer who gets so deeply focused that you seem to ignore everything around you. Or maybe you're a die-hard overachiever who only cares about results and productivity. Whatever the case, you know what momentum feels like and how it can benefit you. And if you haven't felt it yet, the good news is that momentum is not inherited. You can learn how to create and sustain it. But sometimes, life happens, and old routines become uncertainties, and changes and opportunities occur. Inside this storm of change, how do you manage to create this momentum and use it to drive your personal growth, your career development, and overall life decisions? But why would you want that in the first place, right? If you have to work every day of your life to retire at the end and just play video games. You can do that right now and forget this whole process, right? Well, not exactly. Let's talk about instant gratification. Instant gratification refers to the immediate satisfaction delivered from obtaining or experiencing something without having to wait or delay gratification. It involves seeking out and enjoying rewards or stimulus that provide immediate pleasure or relief, often at the expense of long-term goals and consequences. It was discovered during the Stanford Marshmallow Experience, conducted by psychologist Walter Mischel in the 1960s and 1970s. It explores the concept of delayed gratification in children. Basically, in this experiment, young children were offered the choice between a small reward, such as one marshmallow, immediately, or a larger reward, two marshmallows, if they could wait a short period of time, typically around 15 minutes. The researchers found that the ability to delay gratification varied among children, and those who were able to wait for the larger reward demonstrated better self-control, cognitive skills, and social outcomes in follow-up studies. This experiment shed light on the importance of self-regulation and its impact on long-term success and well-being, illustrating the tension between instant gratification and delayed reward. Does it sound familiar? Now, let's talk about how the entire world is designed to grab your time, money, and attention, and you're just falling deeper and deeper into the pits of hell. Advertising often capitalizes on the psychology of instant gratification. Advertisers create catchy and attention-grabbing content that delivers quick and satisfying experiences to consumers. This can lead to impulsive buying decisions or engagement with the advertised product or service. It goes the same way for TikTok. It provides users with bite-sized, entertaining content that is easy to consume quickly. This aligns with the idea of instant gratification, where users can quickly satisfy their desire for entertainment without having to invest much time and effort. Everything is designed to grab your time and your attention. It is precisely engineered to destroy your self-control and your focus. And your brain, being your brain, it's the most impressionable organ in your body. Come on. It has two key principles: seek pleasure and avoid pain. Doom scrolling on TikTok brings you quick shots of dopamine that will numb your brain in the long run. You can't get yourself to finish that essay because you're drowning your brain in happy chemicals and you associate your studies and activities with pain. But deep down, you know that's not how it should be, and that you need to work because it's more important than seeing 10-second clips. But you're still here, in a kind of inertia, even if you know that you want to move. So how come you can't? Our brain makes us think that things are either 100% or 0%. For example, when you start going to the gym, you go through the intense pain of your first workout, and then you stand in front of the mirror, not feeling motivated enough to continue the next day because you feel that your end goal is going to be so far away from your current situation that it's not worth it to continue. If you start your essay, you're going to struggle along the way. It's like doing 10 years worth of gym in a row because you have no choice but to finish it. And at that very moment, your brain tricks you into thinking that the best situation is to avoid the pain of all this work and focus on more enjoyable things, aka doom scrolling. So, let's say you finally started. You open your books, you realize that you only have 3 hours left to do what you need to do. You are not confident, but you still think you can pull it off. At that moment, you needed a trigger to get ready. That trigger can be anything really. It can be anxiety and fear, if you're dead inside and feel like your life is just based on repeated pain patterns. It can also be being fed up with yourself and your bad habits. But occasionally it can be because you want to be a better human being. In short, you need to convince yourself that your current situation isn't sustainable and that you need change. And external factors are a great way to do that. So okay, you started. You're finally focused and there is no going back now. You're in the zone. Everything is where it should be. Your momentum is starting. Now you have to do everything while you're in this state. The outside world doesn't exist anymore. It's just you and your current activity. Maybe you'll finish that essay in time after all. Or maybe you won't. Doesn't really matter now, because the only thing that will occupy your mind once you're done is being able to replicate the state every time you need it, and not only during the most stressful and exhausting moments of your life. What if I told you that you actually can use it whenever you feel like it? Momentum can be a great ally for everyday goals, and you just need two simple things: short-term goals that are attainable and a general sense of purpose. It can be anything really: creating a company, assembling an IKEA desk, or even getting up in the morning. Every task can be divided into a set of multiple subtasks. So far so good, nothing new under the sun. It might not seem like much to you, but when you look at the bigger picture, baby steps are the most important part of the process. That's where the real work is happening. Slowly, you realize that with 10,000 baby steps you can eventually get out of the country, but you have to do them constantly, every day. That's momentum. The more you do the task, the more it sticks with you until it becomes a habit. And eventually, the more you do it, the closer your final goal approaches and the more happy chemicals you get. Look at you. You're already tricking your brain into being happy while doing a little something every day. It becomes a sort of positive habit loop. Then time does its thing. Your baby steps become giant leaps, and your goals are either closer than ever or already attained. Your momentum slowly dissipates, and you realize that after the euphoria of achieving your goal, all that's left is the pride and the cliché sentence: it's not the destination, it's the journey. Alright, enough nonsense, let's talk tips and tricks. And I have 3 ways to get your shit started and to keep it moving, apart from what I said earlier. Okay, first, let's define our projects and our goals, and for that, the SMART technique is just for you. It's a framework for setting goals that are more likely to be achieved. Here's an explanation. SMART, or S-M-A-R-T, stands for different words. S stands for specific. Your goal should be precise and clearly defined. Instead of saying, I want to get in shape, specify, I want to lose 10 kilos. Measurable, for M. You should be able to measure your progress and know when you've achieved your goal. For example, I will track my weight weekly. Achievable. For A, ensure that your goal is realistic and attainable given your resources and constraints. Setting an impossible goal can lead to frustration. Losing 10 kilos in a month might not be achievable or even healthy. Relevant. Your goal should align with your broader objectives and be meaningful to you. It should relate to your personal or professional aspirations. T stands for time-bound. Set a specific time frame or deadline for your goal. This creates a sense of urgency that helps you stay focused. I will lose 10 kilos in 3 months. Set a clear time boundary. By applying the SMART criteria, you make your goals more specific, actionable, and likely to be achieved, and thus increasing your chances of success. Trick number 2. Building and sustaining momentum often thrives in the presence of a supportive and constructive feedback loop. Surround yourself with the right people, those who share your vision, values, and aspirations. Those who create an environment where encouragement and aspiration flourishes. The right people offer valuable perspectives, insights, and constructive criticism that propel your progress. They become your accountability partners, gently nudging you forward when you falter and celebrating your successes with genuine enthusiasm. This positive feedback loop creates a sense of connection and belonging that fuels your determination and self-belief. Moreover, the right people provide you with role models and mentors who have walked similar paths, offering wisdom, guidance, and a roadmap to success in their presence. You absorb their energy, resilience, and determination, further propelling your momentum. Remember, the company you keep can be the wind beneath your wings. Finally, trick number 3. I'll say it one more time because I think it's really important. You're doing this for yourself. Your biggest challenge is battling your own doubts and staying disciplined. Without your actions and determination, you won't build any momentum. You're the only person that can hold yourself accountable in this sort of situation. Okay, these are some of the ways that you can create and sustain momentum in your 20s. By applying these strategies to your life, you can make the most of this exciting and important decade of your life. You can achieve your goals faster than ever before while enjoying the journey along the way. You can become the best version of yourself while making a difference in this world. This was the 4th episode of Lost in Your 20s. I hope I'll see you soon and take care. Ali out.